Hey, Sunday night soul timers. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you had a good week. And here's to a good week ahead. So, tonight we are continuing our conversation and our work around intentions. Last week, we really focused on learning to trust the process, really practicing stepping into holding, a positive mindset, positive energy, positive feeling, excitement, and joy around your intentions, whatever you want to create in your life, knowing and honoring that what is in your heart is there for a reason. It's meant to be lived. It's what you're meant to experience. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. And to hold a certain amount of belief, positive energy, excitement, joy around them, but without being attached to how exactly it's going to happen. In other words, letting the universe show you the process, being willing to go with the flow and let them unfold for you, taking inspired action, taking action as you're guided, but not holding on so tight that you block it altogether. And one of the really big blocks, and what we're going to talk about this tonight, again, if you've worked with certain intentions for a while, if things aren't unfolding in your life in a way that you wish they would, that you hope they would, that you're intending they would, one of the biggest blocks to us realizing our dreams, to us manifesting those desires, to us living our highest destiny, is that we don't feel worthy of receiving. And as women, that can be a big one. I know it's one I've struggled with for a really long time, and self-worth, feeling worthy of. And when you don't feel worthy, the universe wants to give to you. The universe wants you to have like every desire, dream in your heart. But if you're not matching that, we manifest who we are. We manifest how we think about ourselves. We manifest who we believe ourselves to be. We manifest the amount of love we're able to hold ourselves. Like attracts like. Our life is often reflecting to us how we feel about ourselves via the people in our lives, via the experiences we have, whatever. So if you've been holding certain intentions for yourself and they haven't been happening, you might have work on feeling worthy of receiving all that you desire. And now I'm not saying that you've got to like max it out, but just even doing a little bit of work on really, truly feeling worthy of receiving those wishes you have, those dreams you have, and believing that you deserve them, that you're enough for them, can go a really long way. And again, so if there's anything you're like, why isn't this happening? Why isn't this coming in? You might have some work to do on feeling worthy enough to receive those things. Okay. And so there's a number of ways you can go about it. And in the email that went out, I gave you a pretty simple one, which I'll go into in a second. But it's really like there might be some deeper healing work you need to do. Spend some time journaling. Maybe there's some inner child healing work to do. What about me feels unworthy? Why? Is it connected to something you did in your past that you just need to forgive yourself for? Look, I have a lot of those things. I still, have stuff I want to forgive myself for, that I beat myself up for, that I hold shame around. Right. And, that's a process. So if you have work to do there, you might just really need to go back and, write yourself a letter of forgiveness, really connect to whatever that is and be willing to forgive yourself, be willing to heal it, being willing to feel it, being willing to let go, right? It might just become from like programming you received, upbringing that you just were made to feel unworthy and you believed that. It's time to let that go too. So when I do healing work on my own, I like to do it through, journaling. You can always get outside resources and support, whether it's therapy or otherwise, if it's something really deeper, but be willing to just look at that and to heal that. So dive into some journaling, some healing work. If it's something bigger, understanding even where it comes from can be really powerful too. I always say like what remains hidden beneath the surface, what we don't see keeps power over us. So be willing to bring up into the light, everything that shaped that feeling of being unworthy of receiving, and be willing to look at it and to sit with it, to feel what you need to feel, but to let it go, because you are deserving, you are worthy. We all are. Whatever is in your heart wouldn't be there unless you are worthy and deserving of it. It wouldn't be there if you weren't. I promise you. So be willing to believe that you are. And then another really simple way, and this was in the email, so you have these if you're on the email list, was just to practice. Sometimes we just need to reprogram ourselves. Like sometimes we just need to remind ourselves that we're, worthy and deserving and all those things. So I gave you 3 affirmations and you can just practice saying them aloud. The first one, and I'm going to read these, was I am open to receiving all the good that is available to me. Like maybe you just need a little jolt. Maybe you just need a little shift. And if you practice working with these affirmations, that thing you've been waiting on, that thing that hasn't, or you'll feel inspired to take action on that thing or towards that person or whatever it is, that situation, that relationship, that new job that you haven't been willing to take because you haven't had the courage, because you don't think you deserve it or worthy of it. So just saying these affirmations aloud that I'm giving you can sometimes help kind of trigger or shake that as well, right? So I'm open to receive all the good that's available to me. That's the first one. The second one, this might work for you too. I deserve and I am worthy of receiving everything my heart desires. I deserve and I am worthy of receiving everything my heart desires. Practice saying that with that and just see if it shifts something within you. And then the third affirmation, I am worthy of receiving infinite love and possibility today and every day. I am worthy of receiving infinite love and possibility today and every day. So practice working with these, and they might just quickly shift or shake open whatever block you've had, because if your heart isn't open, and heart and how you feel about yourself and the love you have for yourself and feeling deserving and worthy, it's an energy match. If it's been shut down and restricted, that thing you want may not be able to come in, or you might not have the courage yet to take that inspired action towards that. You might just be sitting in fear and anxiety. You don't want to sit there. You don't want to do that. Okay. So practice just saying these affirmations. If it's real deeper healing work, do some journaling, get some outside support, write a letter to your inner child, whatever it is, but be willing to feel deserving of everything. It wouldn't be there if you weren't. I promise you. So one thing I know to be true for sure on that front. So work with those affirmations and we will continue this conversation. I really want 2023 to just be where your dreams come manifest. Everything that you've been wanting comes to fruition. I believe that to be true for all of us, and I want it for you. So have a good week ahead, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye for now.